Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I want to talk to you about a couple of things today. The first thing is the Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. He said that they almost gotten rid of all of Hamas's division in Khan Yunis. He said we took down Hamas's division in Khan Yunis and what only remained in Khan Yunis is now marginal. He also added that there are only 6 remaining Hamas brigades in Gaza. Now, a couple of things here. With regards to Khan Yunis, it's a place that we're constantly seeing resistance activity in. As a matter of fact, Israel has been constantly going in and out of Khan Yunis and have been finding it very difficult to establish themselves properly in Khan Yunis. So, the mere notion that they already took down Hamas and what's left is marginal is quite absurd, especially with the fact that they face so much resistance in Khan Yunis that we see on a daily basis. The second one is more interesting, a second note that there are only 6 Hamas brigades remaining. Well, Netanyahu the other day, he said there are only 4 remaining. So what, did they restructure again 2 further brigades? And does that mean they're gaining power again? Also, Benjamin Netanyahu, don't forget, when he stated that there were only 4 remaining, it was in a press conference where he stated they took down all of Hamas's brigades. So we're having these conflicting statements yet again from Israeli leadership. I mean, the top leadership, you're talking about the prime minister and the defense minister, and they clearly signal that these people are not having conversations and declarations that are substantiated and based on concrete evidence on the ground. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is we're having talks about a unilateral recognition in the Palestinian state from the United States, from the UK, from European countries, lots of talks. And the Israeli cabinet, the government, met for the first time in a month. Benny Gantz also joined. Benny Gantz had lots of problems with Benjamin Netanyahu. They were not talking for a very long time. And he finally decided to sit down with him. Apparently, after they both agreed about the declaration that they're going to have in this government meeting, he met with him and with Gadi Eisenkot, who is also a member of the war cabinet. So what did they say? They said that the government is promoting a proposal to completely go against any unilateral recognition in a Palestinian state. He said that Israel rejects this unilateral notion and that it's only through direct and unconditional negotiations with the Palestinians directly that they would be able to achieve peace and recognition. He repeated the notion that recognizing a Palestinian state unilaterally would be a prize for terror, in reference to Hamas's attack that led us to this moment. And he also said that it would prevent any future agreement for peace with the Palestinians. Now, some people took this as an outright rejection. However, others in Israel did not. So Smotrich, the finance minister, who is on his right, and a couple of figures from his own party who left him, they said that this statement doesn't completely rule out recognizing a Palestinian state. Smotrich, he added alongside others that if Saudi Arabia is involved, this hints that the prime minister is willing to agree to a Palestinian state, and in accordance to him, it will be like a Hamas-Stan or a terror state next to Israel. These talks are coming at the same time that we're hearing more reports about only Benny Gantz being involved in the negotiations with Arab countries. An Egyptian source told Al-Arabi Al-Jadid, a newspaper, that they are contacting Benny Gantz to continue the negotiations after Netanyahu is putting conditions and is being very difficult about continuing the talks regarding the potential prisoner swap and ceasefire. And obviously the Egyptians, they want to reach a deal. Egypt's position has always been a mediator who wants stability. They want this to end and go back to normal. Now, obviously, Netanyahu isn't happy about that, but clearly, his feud with Benny Gantz, no matter how intense it is, it didn't prevent him from reaching this statement with Benny Gantz. A couple of other important statements we got was from Mohammed Nazal, who is a member of the political bureau of Hamas. We obviously spoke about Benjamin Netanyahu, his statements, and the defense minister, and he was asked to comment about them. He said that Netanyahu lies as he breathes and that his defense minister competes with him in these lies. With regards to the recognition of a Palestinian state, he said these talks are all media talk and they are partly to enable some Arab states to recognize Israel without having anything translated on the ground. So this could potentially, in accordance to him, an attempt from the United States, obviously led by the United States of America, the administration, to reach a deal that won't be very substantial and that will enable some Arab states to recognize Israel. So the benefit here is Israel rather than the Palestinians, because when you talk about even the potential of Benjamin Netanyahu agreeing to a Palestinian state, the man already stated multiple times recently that Israel must have the ultimate say when it comes to the security to the west of the Jordan River. That's all of historical Palestine. That's Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza, all of historical Palestinian territory. So even if they would recognize such a state, we're not talking about anything substantial, really. And the fact that Benny Gantz sat with him in this government meeting and they reached an agreement when it came to this statement highlights really that the core problem isn't simply Benjamin Netanyahu. The main problem is the ethno-religious, supremacist, violent, occupying, genocidal ideology of Zionism that's been there since 1948, establishing Israel. It's been there before, on the way leading to establishing the state of Israel. And I mean, by these statements, Benny Gantz, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Israel, they're only reaffirming to people that the only way out is ongoing war and resistance in multiple shapes when it comes to historical Palestine, and not only rejection and resistance when it comes to Israel itself, but resistance when it comes to Israel's enablers, those who declare themselves as Zionists, those who support Israel, who are in power in the US, in Britain, and in other EU countries and other countries as well. So these were the main things that I wanted to talk to you about today, and I will hopefully see you soon in the next video. Take care.